Hey everybody, Tony here with Nothing But Car Reviews, and today we're taking a look at a new 2023 GMC Acadia Denali, so let's get right into it. So this Acadia Denali comes in the ebony twilight metallic, so you're gonna have your kind of shinier black paint here as opposed to getting your standard onyx black, something like that. And then the interior consists of the light shale with dark galvanized trim, and that's gonna be perforated leather. And our powertrain consists of a 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6 made with a 9-speed automatic transmission. Now coming around to the back here, I really like the chrome trim they did. So Denali there, you can see it's kind of embossed in that chrome there, and then the GMC is embossed in this chrome trim piece here. And then we get our LED tail lights, really nice look. And as we open our power lift gate, we have 6-passenger seating in this one. So to fold down this third row, pretty simple. Pull up on the strap, push it down, and then get it back up. Just pull up and you're good to go. And then you have a 12-volt back there as well. And then a little storage there. I actually like that quite a bit. Let's close that up. As we come around to the left side, we have our gas cap here, fuel filler there. We get passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. And once again, that chrome trim there with the Denali embossed there. I like how everything kind of matches. And check out these 20s right here. Really, really clean look there. Now coming around to the front, we get our LED headlamps on with LED daytime running lights and then LED fog lights. And then with the Denali, I just really like how they did gloss black and chrome. So we have gloss black here, and then we have the chrome trim around all of that. And then of course, your signature Denali grille is going to be pretty much all chrome. Then we have our GMC badge outline in chrome there. Really, really nice look. But I'm going to pop this hood so you all can see this 3.6 liter. And there's that 3.6 liter naturally aspirated V6. But next, let's go ahead and take a look from the driver's seat. So here in the driver's seat, pretty comfortable seating position. I like how the hood is kind of sloped down a little bit, and just a really, really nice feeling here. Now with this sunroof, I do only have about an inch or 2 of headroom here, but still really nice, and I can even pull my seat down more to get more headroom. But being 6'3", I can fit in here pretty well. I have about an inch or 2 between my knees, and then the steering wheel here, and then I even have a power tilt and telescoping wheel, so I can make that even more. But really impressed by the room in here. Now going over here to the door panel, I really like, even though this is kind of a plastic, all this around here, I like that they kind of incorporated the leather here, and then the colors make it look that much more luxurious, even though it's not leather or something fancy like that. But this wood grain, really like that, and it feels really nice too. But we have our power door locks here, memory seat functions here, and then we have our power windows. In the front 2, you can one touch pull those up and down. Power folding mirrors with blind spot monitors, and then we can lock our windows, and then we have our power mirror controls there, and then we have our power lift gate there, and we can set that to max 3/4 or turn all the way off, and then you hit the button there to open and close it. And then little storage there with a cup holder, and Bose sound system, of course. Over to the left side, to the left of our steering wheel, I should say, we have our electronic parking brake. Just press that to engage, hit the brake, press down and disengage, and we can set the light for our gauge cluster and all that. And then we have our heads-up display controls here. But over to the steering wheel, really nice feel, and it's actually thicker than I would have expected. Feels really nice. But we can heat this leather-wrapped steering wheel. We have our cruise controls, and then we have our forward collision alert or our adaptive cruise gap adjust there. Voice recognition, mute, and then we use these 4 arrows as well as this check mark to go through our gauge cluster functions. And then to the left side of the steering wheel, we have our track list, radio station favorite controls. We can toggle through that. And then to the right side, we have volume, the same controls behind the wheel. And then headlamp controls, fog light controls, turn signals, auto high beams, just hit that button there, toggle that. Then we have our windshield wiper controls as well as our rear windshield wiper controls, or rear window controls here. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look from the passenger side. So passenger side is pretty much similar to the driver's side in terms of the seat functionality, excuse me. We have 8-way power with power lumbar support for both of those seats. Really adjustable, and I really like just how nice this interior looks and how nice it feels. But also, this light shell just looks really good with this dark galvanized trim. It's just a really, really good look. Looks super top of the line. And then, as you can see, I really like this kind of bronze trim as it coincides with that wood grain there. And then, glove compartment, owner's manual's in there. Pretty good size, actually, all in all. Let's go ahead and take a look at this radio here. So I believe this is an 8-inch screen here. We have AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth audio. Then we also have wireless Apple CarPlay with wired Android Auto. And you can wire the Apple CarPlay as well if you want to. And there's our navigation system there. There's our backup camera with guidelines. And then I think this one has that technology package. So we have the curve view cameras and the trailering view and the hitch view, all of that. So, and then over here we have our climate controls, rear climate controls. So we have dual zone automatic climate for the driver and front passenger, and we can toggle our fan speed, change temperature, sync it, all of that. And then down below we also have those controls too. So if you take a look here, we can go through our fan speed and then adjust temperature and all that, like I said. And then over here we have our shifter. So we press P for park, pull here for reverse, press N for neutral, pull here for drive, and then we can press L for low, and then we can manually shift there. Down below here we have an SD card reader for that navigation system, and then we have 2 USB ports, a USB-C and a USB-A, and we can plug in for that wireless, or for that wired Apple CarPlay, wired Android Auto, or just if you want to charge your phone. And then wireless charging pad there. Now here, I really like how they also kept this wood grain going here around the cup holder, and then we can toggle auto stop, traction control, hazards, parking sensors, and then we have 3-stage heated and cooled seats for the driver and front passenger as well. And then there we have our lane departure we can toggle, and then we have 4 drive modes technically. We have a tour mode, a snow and ice mode, a sport mode, and then we have our tow haul mode. So you probably want to keep that in tour for the most part. And then decent sized center console cubby space there. And then here we have our rear camera mirror, so we can go ahead and toggle that on and off, and then we can adjust that and do all that there. Then here we have our dual pane sunroof. We can one touch tilt and slide the front one. And let's see if we can get a look at that back one there. I just love having that skylight back there, especially on this interior. Everything looks really good on this light shell. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the back seat room. So the rear seat back here, really decent headroom for it to be the second row. Like I said, the sunroof's in the way, so it kind of takes up some headroom that you might have if you didn't have the roof there. But anyways, knees are just barely touching the back of the seat here, and I have it leaned back quite a bit, being 6'3", so I could probably adjust this so the driver is comfortable as well as myself. And like I said, I do have longer legs, so. But I like the map pocket in here. You can kind of have some storage or whatever in there if you want to keep a charging cable, whatever. And then over here we have our rear AC controls there, and we can toggle our fan speed, those 3-stage rear outboard seats. Then we can adjust temperature, set the mode, and then we can set an auto mode if you want to do that. But over here, a 120-volt 3-prong household plug-in, USB-C, USB-A charging ports, and then one of my favorite things about these SUVs is having these cup holders that slide out and then having some storage in there. And then up here, we have a little grab handle here if you want to hang your clothes. And then I like that we can use these fans here, or these vents here, excuse me, to turn and then direct the air where you want it to go. But this third row here, I mean, you could fit some kids back here. I could sit back there, but I wouldn't have any leg room, but it's nice to have. But a lot of people just use that to fold it down and have that extra storage.